Distortus Rex versus T Rex plus four Spinosaurs. Who would win? Well, at the ending of Jurassic World Rebirth, the protagonists escape by a vote, via raft, basically. But we never got to witness a final battle between the four Spinos and the T Rex against the Distortus Rex. But today, I'm giving a full analysis of the final battle requested by the final battle of Jurassic World Rebirth requested by fans. Well, it never happened, but I'm going to be giving a prediction of how it would happen. And without further ado, let's start the analysis. We're going to start off with the Distortus Rex. First off, the Distortus Rex's strength is immense because it destroyed a helicopter. It has two strong front limbs, which would help in grappling ability. Also, it has a bite force of 72,000 to 92,000 newtons. It has a thick hide and it is very bulky, so it's immensely strong and durable. Now on to its speed and agility. Well, I don't really have to explain this. It's slow as hell. It can't even run. The only thing it can just do is bro, it can't. It just walks. It can't even run, because if it runs, its joints will break. Now on to its weapons. Well, it only has two front limbs and a powerful bite. Well, and if you don't know how powerful it is, trust me, it's very powerful. That bite was able to crunch through a helicopter. That is crazy. Well, we can say that it has a bite force like slightly less than a T Rex, but still really powerful. Now on to its intelligence. Well, again, just like speed, I don't have to explain this because it's just stupid. You know why? Well, you might think that the Distortus Rex exhibited curious behavior in the film, and also is a patient hunter. Well, but this isn't true because look at its skull, it's deformed, which means its brain case is deformed. Well, overall, it has great strength, durability, and lethal weaponry, but it's just slow and dumb as hell, honestly. Now on to T Rex, which is nicknamed Ember by fans. We're gonna start off with Ember's strength and durability. Well, Ember was said to be the largest and strongest T Rex in the franchise because because of his bulky build. And also, he's literally, since he's a T Rex, well, he should be like at least like he was said to be the strongest T Rex in the franchise. Now on to his speed and agility. Well, T Rexes in the Jurassic front. It's confirmed that a T Rex's an InGen T Rex's speed is around 32 miles per hour, but we can estimate Ember's speed to be around 23 miles per hour. Well, I don't know if it's accurate, but it's an estimate. Well, it's because of his bulky build. So yeah. So now on to his weapons. Well, his primary weapon is his jaws. So basically, like, isn't that what every T Rex's primary weapon is? So yeah, it has T Rex. The only primary weapon of a T Rex is just its jaws. Well, we can estimate his intelligence to be average. Oh, sorry guys. Next up is his intelligence. Well, we can estimate his IQ to be at least average, considering Rexes are depicted to be averagely intelligent. So yeah, overall he has great strength and durability, average maneuverability, and intelligence, but his weakness is just weaponry. Now on to the rebirth Spinosaurus. Well, the Spinosauruses in Jurassic World Rebirth are probably as strong as their like real life as the real life as their real life counterparts, because their builds are kind of similar. Also, it was just probably like as fast as the real life Spinosaurus, which is around 15 miles per hour. Well, its weapons are like really its weapons would be an advantage because it has two forearms with sharp claws and it also has a crocodile-like jaw. And now onto its intelligence. Well, it was confirmed to be highly intelligent compared to its counterpart on Isla Sorna, because these Spinos can coordinate in packs, and also they can also coordinate with the Mosasaurus. They also understand boats contain humans, and their hunting skills are great. Hold on, guys. For hunting skills, I think I might have misspelled it. I forgot the N. My bad, guys. It's just a spelling error. Overall, the Spinosaurus has average strength and durability, but has high intelligence and lethal weaponry. The only disadvantage is just speed and agility on land. But in water, the Spino is incredibly fast. Verdict. Well, well, I think the T Rex and the four Spinos would win with a high to extreme difficulty. Well, I think the fight would play out like after the D Rex basically failed to like catch its prey, which is like the protagonists. We can say Ember would probably ambush it from the water and then try to like get an accurate bite. But if he tries to manage it, but the D Rex can just like, but okay, hold on. After like Ember tries to ambush the D Rex, hold on. Ember tries to ambush. Hold on, guys. Let me restart the analysis. How the fight would play out. No, no, guys. Let me restart how the fight would play out. Well, technically, like the Spinos and the T Rex would not be working together. Well, they would actually work together like after like they were getting like almost beaten by the D Rex. Well, let's start the prediction of how this fight will play out. Well, basically, I think after the D Rex would just fail. Well, after the D Rex failed to catch his prey, we can say Ember would probably ambush it through water, and if Ember fails, then the Spinos would come to take down the D Rex as well. Yes, the D Rex will just kill some Spinos, but if Ember is still alive, he can actually work together with the Spinos, and yeah, the D Rex is cooked. But more importantly, both of them are like Ember is decently intelligent, and the Spino is highly intelligent. So yeah, they would probably lure the D Rex to through water. So yeah, and if they can probably drown the D Rex, or if the D Rex is near water, the Mosasaurus could just come and back them up. And yeah, so yeah, the D Rex would likely lose. Well, technically, I'd say like basically, they would probably drown the T Rex because water is their advantage. Yes, Ember can swim. If you've watched Jurassic World Rebirth, you would have seen Ember swimming to take some to like try to hunt the humans. Well, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Well, peace.